Welcome back to What I Tasted, where I make your favorite comfort foods plant-based and better. Today I'm going to be making enchiladas. I'm going to be adding a little bit of a Halloween twist to it, and these are going to be graveyard enchiladas. Perfect for these 31 days of Halloween. These enchiladas are going to be made in 3 parts. I'm going to be making an enchilada sauce. I'm also going to be making a cilantro, lime, garlic, cashew spread. That's going to be like the cheesy aspect of this. And then I'm going to be making the actual filling for the enchiladas. So let's get started. In keeping this as simple as possible, I'm just going to cut this avocado, pull it apart. I'm going to take the lime, just loosen up the juice, cut it in half. Now I have some cashews that I soaked in water for about 2 hours now, and this is everything that I'm going to need to start making this sauce. Just squeeze in the avocado meat. I'm going to add in some of the water. And all of the cashews. I'm going to add in the cilantro leaves, some garlic powder, some salt, the lime, and then I'm going to add in some garlic. Just going to use my garlic press. So next up is some enchilada sauce. Now this is going to be done at the stovetop because it's really going to be taking some butter or oil, whichever you choose, melting it up in a skillet, adding some flour essentially to make like a roux, and then to add the spice. So you're going to essentially have a spiced roux, and then add some vegetable stock to it and some tomato paste, and that is going to mount to the enchilada sauce. I'm going to begin with some butter. The stove top. I'm going to let that butter melt down, and then I'm going to add some flour. So my butter is starting to melt. I'm going to add in the flour. I'm going to add in the chili powder. Garlic powder. Cumin. Cayenne pepper, onion powder. I'm going to start mixing this up. I'm going to add some salt. I'm going to add some tomato paste. Okay, and now I'm going to add in the vegetable stock. Now this is going to take a minute to work all of the paste into the stock, but it's going to be absolutely fantastic once we get it all mixed in here. Okay, so the enchilada sauce is done. So now I'm going to prepare up some onion and some garlic cloves. I'm going to add that right to the same skillet as the enchilada sauce was prepared in. I'm going to let the onion and the garlic saute a little bit. Then I'm going to add in some other ingredients, and as well as some of that enchilada sauce. Prepare the onion, cut it down. Add the onion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and add some garlic. Onions in here cooking. They're just about done. Alright, so now I'm going to add in the chili peppers. I'm going to add in some roasted red peppers. Okay, I'm gonna add in some chili powder, some cumin, some salt, some fresh lime, gonna add in some of the enchilada sauce, I'm gonna add in some black beans, and now I'm gonna add in some plant-based chicken. I'm going to cover this up. I'm going to drop it to a simmer and let it cook for about 10 minutes. Okay, so the filling is cooking. What I need to do now is I need to start assembling this and bringing this together. So I'm going to put down some oil. I'm going to put down some enchilada sauce. Then I'm going to start rolling the enchiladas in some wraps. Put them down. Top it with some of the cashew cheese. Bake it in the oven. Okay, so got some oil down. Alright, so I'm going to add in the rest of the enchilada sauce. Just going to spread this out. Okay, so I got a wrap. And I'm going to top it with some of the filling. I'm going to roll that, put the seam facing down. Okay, so now I'm going to put the cashew cheese mixture right on the top. I'm going to spread this out. Okay, now I'm going to bake it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Okay, so while that cooks, I have some butter lettuce. I'm just going to go through and chop this up. And then now I have some tortilla wraps. And basically just want to cut these into some like tombstones. Just cut them all different shapes and sizes. And add in the tortilla to make it look like gravestones. Okay, so the enchiladas are done. I have it plated up. Let's try it out. There's a lot here. This is mouth-watering. This is delicious. I love everything about this. The enchilada sauce, you get that, it captures some of that on the bottom of the enchilada when you take a bite of it. You get the creamy cilantro, garlic, cashew sauce on the top, which is great. The lettuce gives a little bit of a crunch. It looks fantastic with the little, tombstones on top of it. And the filling, it's amazing. There's so much flavor and depth in that filling. I can actually tell the difference that there's more than one onion in there because they both serve a little bit differently on that taste profile. This is absolutely fantastic. It's loaded with protein and it's really healthy. So this is excellent to serve with your family and friends this Halloween. So you've checked out my video so far. Follow along on some more 31 Days of Halloween. I'm Jeremiah, your friend with Food Benefits, and I'll see you again real soon.